trying to find out, because what I do in my personal life is my personal life.
Correct.
And what someone else does in their personal life is their personal life.
Don't be doing all that. And I don't know if because he's a man, but he don't be doing all extra falling out stuff with him.
I seen him some on something. He look like a bum.
What?
He looking like a bum, act like he ain't shaved in months.
Oh, yeah, I seen it too.
There's no way this man is broke. There's no way.
Yeah.
If he is, I don't know where the money went to.
Exactly.
You know what? Yeah, what y'all say here?
Those closest to him are beginning to raise eyebrows. Floyd Mayweather's daughter has now stepped forward, adding her voice to the growing concerns about his reported financial situation. The discussion intensified after Shannon Sharpe addressed the issue on *Undisputed*, where the Hall of Fame tight end turned outspoken analyst questioned the strange contradiction between Mayweather's flashy image of limitless wealth and the rumors of mounting financial pressure surrounding him.
Other greats, Joe Louis had this problem. Sugar Ray Robinson had to come out of retirement at 55. Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather has been in this position before. Speaking candidly on air, Shannon Sharpe reminded viewers about the boxer's previous $6 million IRS issue, making it clear this wasn't a new chapter. Sharpe questioned how someone who constantly showcases stacks of cash and a lavish lifestyle across Instagram and Twitter could still be battling serious tax problems. He pointed out the contradiction, flaunting extreme wealth online while allegedly failing to settle financial obligations behind the scenes. This wasn't casual commentary. Sharpe's words landed like a punch, challenging the carefully built image of invincibility surrounding Mayweather's fortune. The renewed attention reportedly stems from Floyd seeking relief from the IRS over a tax bill dating back to 2015, combined with reports of his gym shutting down due to unpaid staff and fresh claims of substantial debt surfacing this year.
Joe Louis has this problem. Sugar Ray Robinson had to come out of retirement at 55 to settle a debt with the IRS, and even Mike Tyson. But what's so disappointing with me, Skip? Floyd Mayweather has gone through this before. What is it that you don't get? And I'm even more disappointed because you're on Instagram and on Twitter.
According to court filings, Floyd Mayweather maintains that he still possesses enormous wealth, but claims much of it is locked into assets that aren't easily turned into cash. His attorneys reportedly argued that these holdings are restricted and largely illiquid, while assuring that a major liquidity event is expected within the next 60 days that should allow him to clear what he owes. Then the storyline shifted when his eldest daughter, Yaya Mayweather, stepped onto Instagram and added her own angle to the controversy. On the surface, her message looked like a bold celebration of her father's fearless business mindset. But instead of shutting critics down, it seemed to echo the same suspicions raised by voices like Shannon Sharpe. Was the empire as solid as advertised or carefully staged? In her post, Yaya revisited Floyd's 2006 decision to buy himself out of his contract with Top Rank for $750,000, quoting his claim that the gamble later produced $750 million from fights with Canelo Alvarez, Manny Pacquiao, and Conor McGregor, the very matchups that supposedly made him richer than any fighter before him.
Only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view numbers is Floyd Mayweather's net worth, and he made a lot of money. But remember this, it does not matter what you made, it matters what you kept, and he is a dum-dum.
So anyone, Floyd's made $1 billion. Floyd has gotten $300 million for Pacquiao, $300 million for McGregor. That might be true, but that money does not exist.
But the way she put it, the phrasing, the timing, the tone, it didn't read like a celebration of stability. It sounded more like a revealing truth. In Yaya's eyes, her father never built wealth the conventional way. Floyd Mayweather was always placing calculated high-stakes bets on himself. And yes, he won again and again. But now, with the winning streak paused and the spotlight dimmed, the system he ran is showing cracks. For many, Mayweather never owned a traditional financial machine. He was the machine. Its profits depended entirely on action, fighting, flexing, and moving cash like a non-stop casino. When that rhythm slows, the whole operation starts to shake.
Not sure he wants to fight anymore. And I think he's saying what he really believes. That doesn't mean that he won't fight. See, so I had lunch with some guy who knows Floyd. He's not that he's in the inner circle, but he knows it. And he said Floyd only likes to fight and wants to fight when he's broke.
Floyd Mayweather's ventures ***, from real estate to strip clubs to his legendary car collection, have long been viewed as pieces of a carefully crafted image. Behind the glitz, few saw long-term stability. Nothing in Mayweather's empire was built to last in the traditional sense. Yaya's understated post served as a subtle acknowledgement. The fortune her father flaunted didn't start with a blueprint or legacy plan. It started with a risk, a single, calculated gamble that eventually became the foundation of his entire brand.
Floyd, okay, and he tried to plant fake news out here saying that he was in downtown LA giving out money, and then he was at the
Ed Ellaby, ***, longtime business partner and former CEO of Mayweather Promotions, recently made headlines when reports suggested he leaked financial documents hinting that Floyd Mayweather could be facing growing debts.
Mayweather. It's who he is. I've always thought that he's a horrible person, and this is every...
Though these documents haven't been independently confirmed or widely released, they've only intensified the speculation. Rumors of mounting debt, frozen assets, and overextended finances are swirling, and together they paint a worrying picture.
Yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard, I know life is expensive, but come on dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse, your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets.
Reports indicate that Floyd Mayweather's extravagant lifestyle *** hasn't taken a hit. He continues to parade stacks of cash like trophies, travels in lavish style, and gives interviews boasting about earning 7 figures every month from supposed investments. But the question lingers, where is this wealth really coming from? Are these ventures solid and sustainable? Are they tied up in flashy high-maintenance assets that can't be liquidated when the bills start piling up?
Never get paid with the situation with Floyd Mayweather.
Nah, not yet. Floyd Mayweather's broke. You know, that's what a lot of people don't realize.
Reports indicate that Floyd Mayweather's extravagant lifestyle hasn't taken a hit. He continues to parade stacks of cash like trophies, travels in lavish style, and gives interviews boasting about earning 7 figures every month from supposed investments. But the question lingers, where is this wealth really coming from? Are these ventures solid and sustainable? Or are they tied up in flashy high-maintenance assets that can't be liquidated when the bills start piling up?
However we want. Hop on for the ride and shut up. Instead of shutting up, I make fun of him on social media and let everyone know that he doesn't have any money. I kind of joke and I'm facetious and I point the finger at Floyd. Well, I don't know if it's his fault. Maybe a little bit, but something tells me Floyd doesn't control where the money goes. Or maybe he does. I don't know. And I don't...
Sharpe isn't convinced. On air, he broke down Floyd Mayweather's 2017 clash with Conor McGregor, saying the real motivator wasn't pride or legacy, it was money. I always thought it was Conor pushing for the fight, Sharpe explained. But Floyd, he wanted the massive payday. Deep down, he needed it to balance the books. Sharpe argued that for a man like Mayweather, there's no middle ground. He's either dominating the world or clawing his way back to the top. In that relentless chase for supremacy, conventional wealth rules don't exist. Cash isn't tucked away when you're flying private, placing $100,000 bets on college hoops, or maintaining the untouchable persona that the public expects. And yet, despite the showmanship and endless hustle, reality has a way of catching up. And for Floyd, that reckoning may be closer than ever.
Yeah, that's what you think. It's get the money, spend the money. All that money. It took been 2 years. So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money's gone. Trust me. Now it's like you call him, he'll be at your local hosting in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
Leaked documents, the court filings, the mysterious social media posts, even Yaya's throwback highlighting her father's high-stakes gamble. They all offer glimpses behind the curtain. What emerges isn't just a wealthy man facing financial troubles. It's someone whose entire legend was forged on bold risks and massive moves. And now the countdown is on. Floyd Mayweather, American boxer, also can't seem to escape the shadow of a former ally turned longtime rival, 50 Cent. Their feud dates back to a public fallout in 2012, and tensions have simmered ever since. The story goes that while Mayweather was in prison, 50 Cent stepped in to support Mayweather Promotions, reportedly investing nearly $2 million to keep the business afloat. When Mayweather was released, 50 Cent claimed he was owed repayment. Mayweather, however, disputed the claim, insisting he never formally asked the rapper to invest. That disagreement ignited a feud that remains alive today. The latest round of back and forth suggests 50 Cent is once again keeping the spotlight on Mayweather, reigniting tensions with a recent statement that continues to haunt the boxing legend.
It started off with 7 figures, and I was getting a certain amount of money every month. When I first gave them $5 million, I was getting $50,000 a month. So I said, yo, the money kept coming on the 18th every month. 50,000 would come in. I still was competing. I still was fighting. I still was active.
Recently, headlines erupted with news about Floyd Mayweather diving headfirst into New York's real estate scene. Rumors swirled about multi-million-dollar deals involving luxury apartments and commercial properties, the kind of moves only a boxer of his wealth could pull off. To make it happen, Floyd even relocated to New York to oversee his investments firsthand. A few months later, he sat down with Jimmy Fallon on The Tonight Show and dropped a jaw-dropping revelation. While he didn't give an exact count, he hinted that he now owns over 100 properties, with nearly all of them, around 99%, situated in New York City. And if that wasn't enough, he also admitted during the interview that 50 Cent caught his attention in the process.
AP, all factory, 1.8 million right here. There's $20 bills section. We like to call this the Andrew Jackson section, but I like to call it wallpaper. 200,000 in 20s. I heard in the song you can get the biggest
On Instagram, the rapper took aim at the seasoned boxer, poking fun at the claims of owning over 100 buildings, with nearly all in New York. He laughed it off, calling it cap, champ, and joking about setting the record straight. But his jab wasn't just playful, it had layers. Earlier, 50 had already expressed skepticism over Floyd's recent business boasts, saying something along the lines of, "Wait, I think Champ believes he owns those buildings." They actually beat him out of the money. Essentially, he was challenging what he saw as exaggeration from a man whose entire persona is built on untouchable wealth.
Showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my building.
Adding fuel to 50 Cent's mockery, respected boxing insider Rick Glazer weighed in with some serious speculation. Rumors of Floyd Mayweather Jr. facing financial trouble are hard to believe, but there's more to it than meets the eye, Glazer tweeted. This wasn't just idle chatter. Glazer's track record for knowing the inner workings of boxing gave his words real weight. Suddenly, what had seemed like playful digs from an old rival began to feel more serious.
It's the new wave. It's what everybody's doing. And I started, of course I started with boxing, but then of course now it's real estate. My real estate portfolio is crazy, but I'm truly blessed. I'm truly blessed. And if cryptocurrency is the new wave, you know what?
The joke now carried an edge, and fans started wondering if there might actually be some truth behind the whispers. Business Insider then launched its own investigation, digging into public property records in New York City. Their findings painted a very different picture from Floyd's claims. There was no evidence of the massive real estate empire he had talked about. Even the New York City Housing Partnership had no record of any large-scale purchases by the retired boxer.
Mental health, we had to rely on a member that worked at Chick-fil-A that granted us some free Chick-fil-A cards, so we're all eating unhealthy meals to the point where we can't even go home and get some fresh fruit. We're not able to literally pay for our bills. The debt, it accumulated to the point where it messed with the mental health. My wife had to go to the hospital for stress and anxiety from this job. We accumulated hospital bills. It's just a lot of different things that
The discrepancy was striking. If Mayweather really owned over 100 buildings in the city, at least some of it should have shown up in public records or through housing authorities. Yet, nothing appeared. Suddenly, all the talk of luxury properties and a sprawling empire started to feel less like boasting and more like smoke and mirrors, possibly an elaborate facade.
Mayweather up until recently didn't have any money, so Floyd is the highest earning athlete in his career, making over $1.1 billion. And after making a killing, he ended up retiring in 2017. However, he dug himself into a hole after making super lavish purchases like this LA mansion. It was so bad that he actually owed $22.2 million to the IRS, which made him have to come out of retirement to pay that back.
Mayweather didn't stop there. On social media, he doubled down on flaunting wealth and exclusivity, this time in a surprising new way. He began promoting a little-known Thai cryptocurrency called a SET, created by Acme Wearot. His campaign came with some unusual perks: a Zoom class led by the coin's founder, a $100 giveaway for anyone who swapped $20 worth of the crypto, and the headline prize.
Okay! Where's Money Mayweather? Hard work?
Dedication!
No pay!
Money Mayweather where?
One lucky participant could win one of Mayweather's WBC World Championship belts along with a private boxing session. The stunt left people scratching their heads. Why would a man reportedly worth hundreds of millions of dollars be pushing a questionable crypto project and handing out championship belts just to drum up attention? For someone claiming to own hundreds of buildings and a golden legacy, it didn't quite add up.
Team, always loved the gym, always loved the studio, big fan of Floyd. They offered me an opportunity to coach because I have boxing experience, and I was like, man, this is going to be amazing. And since I've been here, it's just been a lot of false promises, a lot of stuff going on. I got promised a head position. I used to work a corporate job, quit my job to come here for a better opportunity for myself, and then I have to deal with unpaid wages on a consistent basis. There's been times where I've gone over a month without getting...
This isn't just another celebrity casually jumping on the crypto trend. Fans aren't impressed by the flashy promotions. Many see it as a sign that Floyd could be under financial strain. It comes across as desperate, and that word keeps popping up whenever people talk about him. Desperate. The champion who once paraded wealth like confetti